So for today's video, I have another little suggestion to help, sneak in some fitness during your day-to-day life. Especially, this one's especially if you're somebody who is sitting down in like an office, or if you're a remote worker, and you're at home sitting down for a long period of time. Some of these will actually be better if you're not in the office with people surrounding you. So I'm going to talk about the things that you could do if you're a remote worker when you're working at home and you don't have to really deal with co-workers too much watching you and wondering what you're doing. So one suggestion that I have is, if you can get one, they have these like standing desk things, or you can like put it on top of your current desk, and so it's like an extended desk so that you can actually be working standing up versus just sitting down all day. Now, if you don't want to stand all day, I would suggest maybe doing this part of the day, but then depending on your setup, if you're not using a laptop, you're using a computer desk or a desktop, I should say, it might be of a hassle to put things down, taking them back up. But just if you can, I know a couple of people that have done it before. I have a client who did do it before, who had like an extended desk where she was able to do all her work pretty much standing up. And it makes it a lot better for your back, so you're not in a seated position all day. So that's one suggestion that I do have. Me personally, I don't have a standing desk, but the way my desk is, the height wise, is actually perfect for me, so that I'm actually able to be in a kneeling position while I'm at the computer. So if I don't want to be sitting all day, what I'll do is I'll push my chair behind me, and I'll be I'll be on both knees, or I'll do a half kneeling position where I'm able to do like the hip flexor stretch as I'm working. So I'm literally like shifting and doing the hip flexor dynamic stretch as I'm working on the computer. And that works for me. So either standing or kneeling, those are suggestions that I have, so you're not just in a seated position all day. There's other things that you can do as well. Some people, they set alarms for every 30 minutes. It is suggested every 30 minutes. It might seem like a lot, but so I would say either 30 minutes to an hour. You want to get up and do some quick stretches. And that could be whether you're at home or even in the office. There's a lot of other stretches you can do sitting down. They have like the seated cat camel, there's a lot of seated stretches. As a matter of fact, I think it was last year, if not 2 years ago, it might have been 2 years ago, I have to check. But I made a bunch of videos. They're actually car videos. This is probably 2 years ago. They're car videos where I'm like in the car doing these stretches to show, like, after a long commute, stretches that you can do in a seated position. So whether you're in a car or in the office, these are good stretches you can do, that I would suggest to do as you're sitting down in the office, especially if you're going to do like seated twists, seated twist or cat camel, stuff like that. Anything just to get your body moving if you're sitting down for a long period of time. Now, if you're in an office, some of these might be a little bit more challenging. Now, if you're somebody who's on a lot of virtual calls, like you're working from home or even in the office, and you're like, on screen, and you can't be twisting about and looking crazy on screen, simple things like doing like toe raises, like you're in a seated position and just flexing your toes up like that. That's good for your shins. Or even doing like high knees, like seated marches. You can do them suddenly, obviously not too hot, not too fast, where you can see your body moving. You just want to like slowly move your knees up and down to warm up the hip flexors, since they're in a compressed position for long periods of time. So there's a lot of simple things that you could do while you're actually sitting down that could at least get your body moving a little bit, so you're not just completely not moving, or you're in a completed sedentary position all day. So hopefully that was helpful. There are actually a lot of videos and a lot of like websites that show you different things that you could do while you're sitting down, so I would suggest looking those up. But just a little bit of suggestions to help you guys, like I said, if you're busy working all day, just to get some movement in throughout the day, so you're not just completely stationary all day. So hopefully this was helpful. So until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.